What's up people, Milky here, back again with another deck highlight video for MarvelSNAP. And today we have a deck which I've been wanting to share for the longest time. Ever since Nick Fury came out in the Season Pass, myself and other people have been really thinking about how you can build decks around this card and what is the best deck for him to fit into. And for me, I think this is it. The Fury Handsize deck. His ability complements lots of other cards in the deck, and I think this is a deck in which he can really shine. That being said, Nick Fury is the card and the feature card that we're looking at today, which has an on reveal ability which says add 3 random 6-cost cards to your hand. It also brings that RNG factor, as you don't know what you're going to be drawing into, but it also has the potential to draw into cards like Galactus and Thanos, which aren't actually in the game as acquirable cards yet at the moment. With all of that being said, let's get into the deck highlight and look at some of the other cards in it as well. So the goal of this deck is really to play out lots of cards, then replenish your hand, and then keep your hand size as big as possible by the end of the game to get all of the benefits from that on the cards that you have. Agent 13 is a really strong card. She has really good interplay with lots of other cards in the deck like the Collector and Quinjet, so she's going to be a really strong card for you at 1-drop. Also at 1-drop, we have Nightcrawler. He's just a really strong filler card, and being able to be moved around into different locations gives him a really strong spot in this deck. Next up, we have Quinjet, and Quinjet is a really core card in this deck. It's going to discount all of your other cards that you're gaining from different sources. Cards that you're getting from Agent 13, or Cable, or White Queen, or even Nick Fury, the man himself, are all going to be discounted and be able to play a lot more easily and fit into different curves as well you have on different energy turns. So a really core card in this deck. We have Angela in the deck as a really strong body at 2-drop. Often you're not going to be able to play things every turn, and Angela just represents a really strong push of power where you can continually play cards out on the board. The next up we have the Collector, and I'm so happy I got this variant. I only just pulled it and it's an awesome addition to my collection. But the Collector is going to work hand in hand with so many cards in this deck. Every time that you add a card enters your hand from anywhere other than your deck, he's going to get 1 power. So as long as you have him on the board, he's going to get all of those benefits. And we have lots of ways to either add cards to our hand from different sources or to duplicate things that we have as well. So he's going to get a really strong benefit being on the board in this style of deck. So next up we have Beast, and for me he deserves a spot in my deck. He doesn't make it into everyone's list, but for me the upside that he brings for the interplay that he has with the Collector, and also him being able to repeat on reveal effects like card plays from Agent 13 and Cable, make him a really strong candidate in this deck for me, and I've just found he's been a really good addition to the deck in general. So next up we have Cable, and I think Cable is a super underrated card. You don't just put the card, the bottom card of your opponent's deck, into your hand, but you actually steal it. And that's a huge thing. It also gives you information about the other person's deck. You know what they don't have in their deck now, and you can get an immediate read, well early on at least, of what kind of deck they're playing. So I think Cable is a super strong card and also works hand in hand with the Collector as well. So next up we have Moon Girl, and what would a hand-sized deck be without Moon Girl? She offers just a really great way to duplicate what is already in your hand and have a second play of all of those cards. You won't be able to play her every single game just because of the way you're able to gain cards from other cards that you have in your deck, so you won't be able to get the full value out of her. But if you do have something towards the front of your hand like a Devil Dino or something that it could be really key in copying that you're going to get the benefit of, she can really make it easy for you to round out some really strong final turns in the game as well. So again, we have White Queen in our deck, and she's a bit of a flavor pick for us, but I think she is a super solid card and definitely deserves a spot in this list. Not only does she bring a solid 6 power to the board, but she also draws a copy of the highest cost card in your opponent's hand. So you're getting information about your opponent's hand, but you're also potentially getting a really strong play as well. So that's why White Queen's in my list, and I think she is a great card for this type of deck. We now have the recently nerfed, but I still think pretty good Devil Dinosaur in this deck. He went from a 4-cost 0 power, which served him much better in negative style decks, to a 5-cost 3 power card, but I think he still has a really strong place in hand size decks. I still think he's a good card to play on 5, and if you're able to manipulate and manage the size of your hand, he can be a real game changer in terms of pushing lots of power onto the board. Finally, we've already talked about Nick Fury, but I think he is the most exciting part of this deck. Not only is there a lot of RNG in what he can bring, it just really changes that final turn or that final couple of turns that you can play him out on. So I think Nick Fury is a really exciting card, which brings a lot of diversity to this game, which I think only makes the game more exciting. With all of that being said, let's get into some games now and see how this crazy Nick Fury deck goes. Okay. So first up we have the hub. It's not a bad location, straight into Moon Girl, so double Moon Girl here. Definitely not something we're probably going to be using this turn. We'll go ahead and play Nightcrawler. Maybe we get Collector next turn for Agent 13. We'll wait and see. We get Elysium, so pretty good location for us. I think we can do a lot with Elysium for sure. Because she's 0, because Agent 13's 0, I might just go ahead and pass. Hand size is getting a little bit crazy. They get a Moon Girl off their morph, so that's a fun one for them. We do get Collector, so we might pretty keen to get Collector down. And I'll play Agent 13 mid. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so Quinjet's a pretty decent draw for us actually. I don't mind this play. I think this is fine. Let's go ahead and play Quinjet and White Queen out. Double Colossus into a Vision. Interesting. So we get a 1-cost Swarm, and everything's going to cost. Anything we draw is going to cost 2 less. Or anything that outside of our deck that we draw is going to cost 2 less because of Elysium and also Vision. I kind of want to make this play, but 3 power Vision is also pretty tasty. I like this play. I'm going to leave Lemuria open if we do draw something awesome from
I still believe in heroes.
From Nick Fury, but so we get a few different pieces to this one. We've got a pretty big Devil Dino play if we want to make this play, and we can do this too. It's a decent play. It's a pretty strong play, I think. We're winning mid, so he's got to come try and beat us in mid. The other option is we double down in mid. I like this. I don't know. Maybe it's incorrect, but it feels decent. Okay, so they pull our Moon Girl, which gets destroyed, but we still have enough power to come up over the top. So that was an interesting last play with the Kingpin and Arrow for sure. Lots of movement going on, but we do get the win with a pretty strong Devil Dino play. Awesome, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so for this game we go straight into Lechugilia, which isn't a great location for us. Let's hold off. Well, no turn 1 play anyways. We do have the Collector and into Elysium, which is pretty nice. I think we can make an Angela Collector play here. We might want to split up Angela and the Collector actually, because we could bounce Angela back and we don't want to do that for the Collector. They play Domino. So not bad for us. 4, 5 and 6 cost cards can't be played into the big house, which is fine. I don't think our hand's worth copying just yet. Could go ahead and make this play with Nightcrawler. Plan to move him out. If we do draw Devil Dino, we might have a pretty strong play for Moon Girl next turn. So they Jubilee straight into their Doctor Doom, which is a decent play. And we White Queen out their Giganto, so interesting. They have a Giganto in hand, which is pretty strong. We could potentially play out double Giganto, which this isn't a bad play, is it? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I don't think there's any need to play anything else yet. Wait, if we play... hold on. We can play Sentinel. So we'll play Sentinel Moon Girl. Yeah, let's go ahead with this. They don't even make a play on turn 4? Interesting, especially with Elysium. I guess they're waiting for Infinite here. So we do get our Devil Dino. I think we make this play. This is actually a pretty strong play. I don't mind this at all. So he's going to play... yeah, let's make this. He's going to play Infinite mid, I guess. Go to 29. And next turn he plays Giganto in the left lane. So you can see how much information we get with... you can see how much information we get with White Queen. It just really maps out what they're going to be doing on the last plays. So we can kind of just win with this. I don't see any way in which we lose. We can kind of go crazy with it because all these cards draw us cards and just get a massive collector. This feels pretty strong to me. I'm going to go ahead and lock it in. So we're assuming that they just play the Giganto in the left. Potentially they have some more to push, but we'll see. So they end up flooding the right lane, which is interesting. We're going to go massive here with the collector. Maybe if they have like a blue Marvel or something, but I don't even know if that does it. So they play Lockjaw into Quicksilver. And they pull a Magneto, but they can't pull anything at locations are full, and they go into Wave, which doesn't do it for them. Oh, and then Wave draws back into Quicksilver because they hardly had any cards in the deck. So yeah, I don't know. I just love the information that White Queen gives you about the opponent's hand. I think that's super cool. And yeah, a good way to win one out with a full board. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, so for this game we go straight into the Space Throne. Not ideal for us. Potentially could get something from Nick Fury, otherwise Devil Dinosaur can be a really strong play there later on. I don't think we're gonna get the get the benefit of... Maybe we will. Maybe the collector's worth it. I think we get the collector down this turn, regardless. I don't think we're gonna get the collector bigger than Devil Dino. So let's play a Hazmat just straight on the board. Pretty cool variant, but actually sick variant, but really random. Okay. Let's go ahead and play Angela. I'm not sure why they're snapping. Maybe I have a pretty strong play. Yeah, Ironheart. Sure. Get Angela out. We can get we can prepare a pretty decent beast play here with this, and then this isn't a bad play. The other play is White Queen. I think this might just be a little bit better. We get things we can play with White Queen next turn anyways, so interesting Wong on that location as well. We get a Psylocke, not really useful for us at this stage. I do get the Devil Dino, which is pretty big. So if we play Beast and we play, we could actually do it like move out. We'll play Sentinel and Beast. It'll give us a pretty full hand for Devil Dino stuff next turn. We're also not going to have all that much mana. Sorry, energy to play out all this stuff again. Like, we're not going to be able to play the Angela and the Devil Dino. It's a bit funky, but let's try it. We might not actually need to play the Devil Dino next turn. We'll see. Because Angela will get pretty big. There's a Colossus over there. And we get smacked by a Scorpion. I think we're okay though. This is a... What is this? Is this a Spectrum here? Is this going to be a Spectrum? So this will go to 7? Is that what that is? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Is that even good? It's only 6. Oh, what an awkward turn. We can also just dip out on... This feels weird too, but maybe this is better. Wait. Is it going to be a Spectrum? I don't know. Let's go ahead and try this. I don't know what this is going to be. Odin? Okay. I did not know Odin did that. I guess it, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Bro, that Colossus is insane. What a great play. I just never thought the Colossus to have that utility. That is an awesome play. Well done. Okay, so for this one we have Subterranea as the first location. Interesting. We're not loving rocks in this deck. Let's go ahead and play Quinjet. We can make all our rocks cost 0, which is just great. It's just really good for us. Let's hope the last location is Elysium with our featured location today. Just play a Carnage out on the board. How random. Okay, so we do get Elysium as the location, which is nice. Which is nice. We can go out and play Agent 13 and Sentinel into Elysium. For Crimson Cosmos, we're gonna have to think about what we're gonna do there. Gold foil, very nice, very nice. We get a Misty Knight, so not great. Not a great card for us here. We do get the Collector though, which is gonna go pretty well with the Beast. I think if we do that, we kind of start to overdraw, which we don't want to do on the Sentinel. Well, we don't want to do it with Sentinel. Hold on. That's probably a bit of a silly play, actually. We're just going to get an extra Sentinel in hand, and then we get all of this back. So we're going to get... Yeah, so we max our hand here. We just drop a rock. That feels wasteful. That feels super wasteful. I think let's definitely get the Collector out. Let's get Misty Knight out just for the Collector buff. I think that's probably going to be the best. Otherwise we max out our hand, we can't draw whatever we're going to draw next. Hopefully it's not a rock, but we'll see. We are also running out of a bit of space because of... Yeah, so we draw into a rock anyways. What are they going to play mid? Let's go ahead and drop Devil Dino mid. We can play out. We can play that out either turn. I'd rather give him the least amount of information I can, maybe. But maybe I want to see what the card is from Agent 13. If it's going to be really useful, we'll see. So to drop their Destroyer, which pretty much leaves them with a Colossus. So interesting, for sure. Really cool Destroyer variant though. That's nice. Okay, so we get an Adam Warlock, which is pretty much useless to us. Well, it is useless. I think this is the only play we have. Adding 6 really sucks. Yeah, anything else is going to take away from Devil Dino, so this is the play. Could add 6 there, go to 13, 14, 15. Not quite going to make it. Oh, we could have drawn actually. No, we couldn't have. No, we couldn't have. They only have to add 6, and I really think they can do that with one card pretty easily. They get Deathlock, so They only get to 9, so we do sneak this one out. Kind of crazy that we end up winning that one. I really thought they might have had a death after that destroyer, but I guess they didn't have it, or they didn't draw into it, so we do sneak out the win there. Alright, let's go for the next. Okay, so first location up we have Nidavellir, which is not too bad for us. We can hold turn 1. Maybe we should have played Nightcrawler, but I don't mind holding. Cool Korg card. It's such a sick variant. Very nice. Do draw the rock, which is not fun. I think we should start getting some cards out, so we'll play Cable out. And we'll take a card from the bottom of their deck. Okay, and this Scorpion kinda punishes us there a bit. We get an Iceman, so definitely not an impactful card that we want. We do get the White Queen, which is a good early draw. Let's go with White Queen. And they're snapping on us. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, so Mr. Sinister and Storm. Interesting play. We're gonna be ahead here. We don't have an amazing follow-up turn, and what could they have? They could have Gamora this turn, which would be pretty brutal. I'm pretty keen to make the Nick Fury play though. Oh, we should have played out like some of our zero cost cards. I wasn't thinking. We drew an onslaught, so we do kind of lock down the location. We could flood the board here, to be honest. What's the purpose of doing this? We get a card, we freeze something in their hand. I mean, it's not terrible, right? You can get them all back at zero cost. It's kind of fine. Doesn't really do anything, but it's kind of fine. Okay, so they have a blue marble as well. Wait, is this their blue marble? Yes. This is the one I got from White Queen. Okay, so we get some power out, we pull it back. The opportunity to go again. We can also Enchantress their blue marble, which is interesting, but it will destroy ours as well, which isn't great. Our other plays are just to flood the board with onslaught here. We could also do this, which is a little bit cheeky. This is a bit cheeky. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I don't know if it works, but I don't mind it. Let's see how we go. They drop a Mystique, so they double down on that buff. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. No. We do have the big onslaught play. With all of our zero cost 1-drops coming out from Elysium. Thank you for that. And we do get the triple location win. So I would have loved to have played out our zero cost cards and then seen what else Nick Fury gave us, but kind of worked. Got the onslaught, really helped us out, and getting their blue marble with White Queen was huge. Kind of just really lets you know what their final plays could potentially be. Super powerful. So let's go for the next one. Alright, so for this game, first up we have Grand Central. Let's go ahead and play out Nightcrawler, I think. Let's go ahead and play our Nightcrawler in Grand Central. It's kind of fine. Got all of our big cards in our hand, which definitely isn't ideal straight off the bat, but the Super Flow is going to help. It's going to help us get there pretty quickly. And we can play a turn 3 White Queen. We can also potentially just Moon Girl our hand. That could be strong actually with the Devil Dino. Oh, why did it have to be the Collector? Now I'm thinking about Collector Moon Girl. This feels wasteful. Because next turn we're going to be at 5 power anyways. Collector into Moon Girl gives us +3 power on Collector. Maybe we forego the Collector play this turn. And we just start playing power. Feels weird, but let's try this route. Yeah, let's try this. We're gonna have a pretty full hand anyways with Nick Fury, so... Okay, so it's draw into Odin with the Jubilee, which gets their Chavez, so we might be locked out of left lane here. We do get the Hulk from their hand, so we know that they have 12 power in hand, ready to go. Am I ready? I'm not ready to give up on the Super Flow just yet. So let's go ahead and play Fury into Monster Island. Okay, they have a Captain Marvel, which can make things awkward. Oh, sorry. What just happened? Did they... I didn't see. Maybe, I guess they drew Captain Marvel from Jubilee. I didn't see what happened there. We do have Galactus, so... Do we go for the Galactus play? I think we have to, right? I think we have to. Let's go for the Galactus play. Oh, we could have moved... We could have moved Nightcrawler mid. Oh, no, we couldn't have. We couldn't have. No way. I forgot what Galactus actually does. We actually get... That is a epic animation. And it goes ahead and destroys all of the cards. I've never seen this before, I've never done it. That is absolutely epic. And then we have a turn 6 play. I guess the Devil Dino is the highest power we've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. And they're gonna have their Hulk. I think we might sneak out the win here. They dropped the Hulk. It's not quite enough. Let's hit him with the thumbs up. That was an awesome game. I never actually thought I'd get to play the Galactus combo. But that just worked out so perfectly with Elysium, with the Super Flow, and having Galactus dropped off Nick Fury, so epic. And that animation was unreal, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so first location up, we got Isle of Silence, so we definitely don't want to be playing Quinjet in there. Let's go ahead and drop Quinjet middle. Can we get an Elysium? No. We get Monster Metropolis, which is kind of fine. This is feeling like a pass. I don't think I need to do anything here. Every time I pass, I get punished by Scorpion. Brutal. Brutal. So we do get an Elysium on the final location, which we're going to go ahead and play White Queen into. Very nice. Very nice. We're going to leave a location open for Nick Fury shenanigans, if needed be. So we got our turn 4 Nick Fury, which is pretty nice with Quinjet and my Queen. We also have a 3-cost blue marble, which is just absolutely insane. We can play Nick Fury on 4. We can get some of these cards out of our hands. This, we draw 1 from Agent 13, we draw 3 from Nick Fury, so we do go to full hand space. We get a full hand. I don't think we even need to play Agent 13, but let's do it anyways. We've got the Quinjet out there, we may as well look at what it's going to give us. So they've got the blue marble and the Uatu. And we do have the Galactus, but it's not gonna. I wonder if we can do something sneaky here with Galactus and Doom, maybe. I don't think we can. So what do we play? We play... They're essentially going to have 5 power. I really want to try and make a Galactus work here. Is there any way we can get more power on our Galactus? I think what we want to do is we want to try the Galactus, but we're going to get a card out. I don't think Angela's helping us on the final turn, so we haven't discarded anything with Hela. Let's go get the Galactus out, I guess. So they make some crazy plays with Cerebro and Mystique boosting up the rest of their deck. It makes me think maybe they only have really low cost cards in their hand. We get the most insane animation. Destroy the other locations. And we go 3-3 here with the final turn. What do we have for our final turn? We get the retreat. Oh my goodness, what a way to wrap things up. The Galactus for the win. Awesome play. Such a sick animation, such an epic animation for this card. And all because of Nick Fury. So that will wrap us up for that one. A great one to finish on. That is a wrap on our Nick Fury hand-size deck. Unfortunately, for some reason, I didn't switch over my scenes, and the Galactus game, which I recorded and actually won that Galactus game, I had it on the wrong scene, but I'll include that in the video anyways. That was an awesome way to kind of win the game. I've never done that before. Really, really cool, and the Galactus animation is epic, so definitely check that one out. The Nick Fury deck was pretty consistent for me. I ended up going 7-3 with this deck, which is pretty good in its own right. There was a few retreats in there which came probably because of locations, but definitely a really strong deck and so much fun to play. I think out of all the decks that I've played so far, just the RNG and randomness that Nick Fury can create, and the cards that he can spawn, particularly with having Elysium as the featured location. Today with Quinjet, it makes those 6 cost cards cost 4 in your hand, which is unreal, and you can make all sorts of different plays and just kind of blow your opponents out of the water with plays that you aren't able to make. I was able to play an Iron Man on turn 3 one game. I was able to play like a Chavez on turn 4. Lots of super strong plays which are really unexpected. So I think the RNG and excitement factor of this deck is definitely there. So thanks again so much for watching the video. It was super exciting video for me to make. I really enjoyed playing this one through. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next one, I'll see you then.